welcome back to another review video. This one's a little different. Full disclosure, I was sent this product for free to review, but that said, they are not paying me to say anything. They want an honest review. You guys know me, I won't tell you something that isn't true about a product. I give you the tea no matter what, even if I'm sent the thing for free. So, this is by the brand Valentino, and it's called Donna, Born in Roma. This is a Nordstrom exclusive perfume, and this is possibly the priciest product I've ever been sent for free to review, so I'm just like, well, I thought I'd look coherent, all pinky pink matchy matchy. Hopefully I don't look bad. So anyways, this bottle retails for $130 for the size they sent me, so I'm just like, wow, my goodness, this is fancy. Like, can we just appreciate how beautiful this bottle is? And this is just to protect it, but it almost looks like a grenade with that. Boom. But anyways, so this is what the bottle looks like. It's got the little studs up here. They're rubberized. And this is all glass. It's also got the studs on every surface except for the bottom. But yeah, it's this lovely pink shade in here. I wanted the attention to be on this color, so I went with more subdued tones, but very pretty. They describe it as a Nordstrom exclusive modern haute couture floriental in a bottle inspired by Roma architecture, the signature of Valentino couture. And as an Italian, I appreciate that. Now, as for scent notes, before I put it on, I have used this, so I can speak for how long it lasts and everything. I will read you what they say the scent notes are versus what I pick up on as a consumer. So, their fragrance story. Let me read you that first, while I show you the bottle. Donna, Born in Roma is a modern haute couture floriental fragrance. It's made with 3 qualities of jasmine, which bring a luxurious femininity, and is then blended with vanilla bourbon, the most expensive extract in the world. Told you, this is fancy stuff, guys. The notes are then twisted with a radiant trio of modern wood, which give an edgy touch to the scent that is reminiscent of Roman street culture. The bottle is designed with the iconic Valentino stud, studs, which was inspired by Roman architecture and is the symbol of Valentino couture. Like the brand, the fragrance was born in Roma. The style is woody and fruity, and the notes, that's what I'm looking for here. The top notes are blackcurrant accord and bergamot essence. I almost said bergamot again, it's bergamot. Bergamot essence. The middle notes are jasmine grandiflorium absolute, jasmine sambic absolute, and jasmine tea. So 3 forms of jasmine. And the base is bourbon vanilla, cashmerian, and guaiac wood essence. Ironically, it was made in France, despite being born in Roma. So, just thought I'd mention the irony here. So, a little goes a long way with this stuff. Let me tell you, 1 spritz will do you. I learned this the hard way. Okay. I kind of missed. I may do 1 more. Okay. There we go. Alright. Now, I don't put it on the neck because this one's so strong, I cannot with it if I put it at the neck. So, let me just set this down. We'll give it a moment to waft and just settle, but even when you just very first spritz it, you smell the vanilla before anything, the vanilla bourbon specifically. And I did get that even before reading what the scent notes were. I just jumped right in and used it straight out of the box without reading anything up on it first. And I was like, ooh, it's like boozy vanilla, and then, hey, I'm actually right. I definitely get the jasmine, and I feel like I nailed it on that part of the scent when I was just thinking about, what do I smell in here? As for, like, specific types of jasmine, I'm gonna be honest, I can't differentiate the 3 different jasmine notes in there. They're just, it reads as jasmine to me. I do get the woodsy part in there as well. I don't think I'd be able to identify what type of wood or anything, but I definitely get the woodsy part. See, to me, the woodsy part feels more like the top notes. I get more of that, like, up in your face than anything. That and the vanilla. It's only if you get right up to it that I get the jasmine. The blackcurrant, I feel like it's in there, and it may be, like, the thing that I can't quite place what it is. Like, it feels familiar, but I can't really tell what it is. But I feel like I pick up on stuff that they don't list. Like, I feel like there is... Actually, I take it back. Bergamot is a citrus. I was gonna say, I pick up on citrus in here, but then I remembered that's exactly what bergamot is. Because I hear bergamot, I think of tea, but then I remember what a bergamot is. There you go. But it's not heavy in there. It's almost an afterthought, even though they say it's top note. I beg to differ, but I mean, all our noses are different. We pick up on scent differently across the board, but I feel like the more that it wears on, the more the citrus comes out, but when you first put it on, it's like basically not even there. It's barely in there. But technically, I would say that yes, all the scent notes that they list, you can detect. Even the Cashmerian, I even thought of, like, the Bath & Body Works, Warm Cashmere Glow or whatever it's called. I thought of that immediately, before anything, when I first put this on, because I was like, this smells so familiar, like something I own. What is it? And I smelled it for a couple minutes, and I was like, I think I know what it is. And it's that. So I feel like this is... It's got similarities to it. Obviously, it's not a dupe. It's not even close to being a dupe. But there is, like, a common themality there. So, I mean, if you like that one, this is, like, a more grown-up version of that, guys. Plus, it lasts way the hell longer. I found... Despite other people's reviews claiming that 24 hours later I still smell this heavily. No, you don't. I get about 12 hours out of it heavily, and then it tapers off quick. It takes a nosedive as of about 12 hours in. But again, all our pH balances are different, so I think it wears differently on different people. For me, it seems to consistently be about 12 hours, and then just nosedives. Like, you can barely smell it if you put your nose right on where you applied it after that. But that said, it's still there, technically, but very fragrantly, and to the point where others can detect it. 12 hours. That's the baseline I got out of it from the different times I've worn this. So that's pretty good, especially compared to, like, body mists, which are usually what I go out of my way to buy because I'm cheap. Let me try that again. This lasts way longer than those, so I was like, that's kind of nice. However, for me personally, as somebody who does have some sensitivities to certain scents, especially, like, really strong ones, it did start making me a bit headachy after a while. So, after a certain point, I was like, I kind of wish it would drop off. It'd be kind of really nice right now, actually. And I have experienced that each time I've worn it. So that kind of sucks. That's not the fault of the product, really. It's just wearer beware. If you have issues with that, you may have an issue with this one. So, buyer beware. Throwing that disclaimer out there to you guys that is a thing. But I mean, that can be true of so many different perfumes, but it's weird how certain ones do it and certain ones don't. But this one, every single time I've worn it, it has eventually given me a headache after a few hours. Like, even right now, just thinking about it, I'm almost psychosomatically doing it to myself. I'm like, oh, I can almost feel it, like, right across here. I'm like, oh no, don't you dare start already. What can you do? But it smells really good, though. And I think this particular blend together is really nice. It feels very classy and very feminine without being, like, too frou-frou. It's not like an old lady scent or anything. It's like, I would say it's a very youthful, high-class kind of a scent, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure other people would beg to differ, but again, that's just my take on what I feel like the scent is for this. So I would say 20s to 30s, like going to a fancy event, this would be perfect for that. Could you wear it if you're older than that? Sure. Could you wear it if you're younger than that? Sure. But I feel like that's the read I get off of it, of, like, the target demographic. It's, like, perfect for that wheelhouse. Sadly, for that wheelhouse, how many of us in that age range have $130 to blow on perfume? But that said, I mean, compared to a lot of other high-end perfumes, it's comparable to a lot, and it's downright cheap compared to others. I mean, I've seen ones go for multiple hundreds of dollars before. I don't own them, but I mean, I know they exist, like Stella McCartney. Don't start me on her, but $75 for the sampler even, man, like, just so I could say I owned something Stella McCartney. Ridiculous. But this, it's a very, very nice scent, and it's beautiful. Like, even if you don't want to use it, even if you don't end up liking it that much, just, like, have it out on your vanity somewhere because it's beautiful. This feels like it needs to be displayed as, like, an artistic thing. It's a work of art, in my opinion. This, to me, it almost looks like a decanter. That's what I think of when I see this. We have one that is an actual decanter that's got the studs all over it and looks so similar to this, except there's alcohol in it instead of perfume, but I'm just like, it's so pretty, and just by nature, I want it out on my vanity where I can see it every day. Even if I'm not wearing it, I want to see it because it's so pretty. And I'm not even generally a fan of the color pink, but even I have to admit, this is beautiful design. Like, I will give credit where credit is due, and they went with a gorgeous shade even for the perfume inside. I think that is really, really lovely. So, I know, I'm singing its praises really hard, even though it gave me, like, really bad headaches, but it is very pretty. I don't think I could have designed one better looks-wise. That is really gorgeous. I like it. I like the sort of almost punkness with the high class. That, to me, I don't know, something about that combo appeals to me like crazy. But, it kind of feels like my musical taste, going from classic rockers to Liza Minnelli and Judy Garland. I'm like, yes, this, like, speaks to me on a spiritual level, guys. This is probably not the kind of review they thought they were gonna get out of the person they sent this to, but hopefully you like it anyway. But anyways, I like it. I wish it didn't give me headaches, because if it didn't, I feel like I would make this an everyday thing, even though I could tell it's more intended for, like, nighttime wear. But me being me, I don't really do things by the book. If I like it, I like it. So, but that said, it's really pricey, but it's just like a fancy thing to own. It just feels special when you wear it. I think it's really nice. So I just wanted to smell it again. Even though I know I'll be sorry later, I wanted to smell it again. I personally would rate this a 4 out of 5 stars. If it didn't give me horrible headaches after a few hours, I'd give it a perfect 5, because this is such a nice scent. And it just, everything about it is really lovely. I know I'm partial to jasmine scents, and I don't know, the vanilla in there, it's just the right amount to where it's not too sweet. I think it's the bourbon with the vanilla that cuts the sweet to make it, like, a really good level where it doesn't feel a little kiddish or anything. It feels very mature without being old lady perfume, which I feel like that's a hard combination to strike, and they nailed it. So they are worthy of the $130 that this goes for. They sell bigger bottles of it that go for more, and they sell smaller bottles that go for less. So I think the smallest one, let me see, what was the smallest one going for, and how big was it? They have a 1 ounce bottle that is $75. So about a third of this, because this is 3.4 fluid ounces, so it's an itty bitty little baby one, but I mean, this one's nice. It's a good size, and I mean, a little bit'll do ya, so it'll last you a long time if you do invest in this, just saying. Oh, and I didn't even notice till just now, the label on it, it feels like leather. I don't know if that's actual leather. I wouldn't be half surprised if it were, but it's texturized like leather. Like a purse. I'm like, ooh. Ooh, that's bougie. Oh my goodness. I am into this, like, a lot. Oh my god, I'm just tripping out, guys. I've had this for the better part of a week at this point, and I hadn't noticed that till just now when the light caught it just right. I was like, wait a minute, is that textured? That is textured! wow, really, Self? But yeah, I would give it a 4 out of 5. It's pretty good if you're willing to spend that much for a perfume. I mean, you could go to Nordstrom and use a tester, see if you like it or not first. I would recommend doing that. I, again, just think it's a really lovely scent and a really, really, really beautiful bottle design. I cannot sing its praises high enough. Even the box itself, very subtly did the studs design all over. It is textured too, it's not just printed. Like, you can see as the light hits it differently. Yeah, you can see the texturing in there, right? I'm like, oh, I love that. I mean, I was the edgy teenager who wore all the studded belts and things as a teen, so I'm just like, oh, my little emo teenage self is a grown-up trying to be all pretty and shit. Now, this is the culmination of that. Oh my god, I love it so hard. Oh gosh, anyways, I'm babbling. Anywho, so that is it for me for this one. So as usual, you guys know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Do any of you guys own this? I highly doubt you do, but I mean, if you do, I would love to know your thoughts on how you feel this is. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Just let me know your thoughts, because I want to know. Anyways, make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below, and if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. So anyway, guys, till next time, bye-bye.